We've called 211 North School Street home for more than 65 years. However, Normal First started as a downtown church since its founding in 1865. Our first formal sanctuary was built and dedicated in 1867 at the corner of Fell Avenue and Ash Street, now College Avenue. As the town began to grow, many of the churches located in the heart of Normal began to relocate. Normal First chose to do the same, but wanted to stay close to its original location near campus. This made sense as our church was founded through the request of the president of Illinois State Normal University, a normal school for training teachers, known today as Illinois State University. Our current building was built in 1957 in the heart of ISU's campus. At that time, the building consisted of Fellowship Hall, the surrounding classrooms, the kitchen, offices, and the sanctuary. The building served the church well for many years, but as the congregation grew, so did the needs of our buildings. In the early 1990s, a building committee was formed, resulting in the 1994 infill project that built the lounge, narthex, reception area, offices, and restrooms between the existing sanctuary and Fellowship Hall, as well as the new classrooms and the library east of Fellowship Hall. From 2001 until 2007, long-range planning, building studies, and building committees were active. This resulted in a major building proposal in 2007. A congregational vote was taken to determine if the plan would be implemented, and because only 65% of the congregation was in favor, the project did not move forward. In 2008, another building committee was formed. After getting input from the congregation, this committee was tasked with multiple renovations rather than a major building plan. The renovations included upgrading the chapel to make it more usable, upgrading the kitchen to conform to plumbing and HVAC codes, upgrading appliances, moving the reception and business manager offices near the west entrance, moving to the senior pastor's office, relocating the library across from the lounge, moving and upgrading the nursery and crib rooms closer to the east entrance, and updating the painting and carpeting. A plan to combine all offices at a location north of the sanctuary was prepared, but never implemented, as it was beyond doing just renovations. Over the last 65 years, much has happened at 211 North School Street. Countless memories have been made, friendships formed, and tears shed. These walls have witnessed worship services, weddings, baptisms, and funerals. Deep discussions have taken place during Bible studies, forums, and programs. Our children and youth have formed relationships and grown in their faith during youth group and children's ministry. We've celebrated together at dinners, concerts, and through yoga, and we have opened our doors and space to the community and external organizations. If these walls could talk, they would have so much to say. Over the years, many improvements and updates have been made to the building. Some have been significant, and others merely cosmetic. We invite you now to tour Fellowship Hall with us. Our first stop, the basement. This may come as a surprise to some of you, but our church does have a basement. Two stairwells lead to the lower level, where Merge Campus Ministry holds many of their events. This campus ministry is probably better known to many of you as the Wesley Foundation. It's the same group with an updated name. Merge Campus Ministry continues to serve the ISU students with worship, small groups, meals, fellowship, and fun. Unfortunately, this space is not accessible to everyone. While our elevator stops on all 4 church floors, yes, there are 4 floors, it does not reach the basement. The lack of an ADA accessible amenity severely limits who can attend Merge events. Before continuing to the top floors, we want to take a quick break and give you a tour of the elevator stops. The first stop is on the Fellowship Hall main level. We'll call this Floor 1. The second stop is on the main floor near the children's wing. We'll call this Floor 2. However, many of you would probably consider this to be the first floor. Slightly confusing, but anyway, moving on. The third stop is on the floor directly above Fellowship Hall. Currently, this floor is used by students and volunteers who visit the School Street Food Pantry. Last but not least is the fourth stop. This stops on the top floor where the junior and senior high meet, just up the stairs from the narthex. Over the years, additions and remodels created a unique maze in order to connect the buildings. No doubt this was the best design available at the time. However, the layout has shown to be very confusing for new members and even those who've been here for many years. Now, on with the tour. The one area in our church that looks very similar to the day it was built in 1957 is Fellowship Hall, or the gym, and the floor directly above it. Let's start upstairs. Many will remember these rooms as children's Sunday school rooms. The halls were much brighter back then, as the inside walls overlooking the gym were open, letting in more light. However, for sound purposes, coverings were put over the walls, causing the hallways to become very dark. Most of these rooms are not regularly used for activities. Some have been converted to storage rooms, one houses the church historical documents, and one is used weekly for a meditation group and available to other groups. There is one exception to the decline in use of these rooms, and that's the School Street Food Pantry. Using adjacent corner rooms and the room next door for storage, the pantry has evolved into a vital ministry supported by Normal First in partnership with ISU and the town of Normal. But even the presence of the pantry doesn't take away from the fact that this part of the building is in much need of attention, care, remodel, or more. Moving downstairs to the gym area of Fellowship Hall, a lot of activities continue to take place in this space. 11 a.m. worship, merge worship, all church events, youth group, meals, programs, funeral dinners, and more. Additionally, several staff offices are accessed through and adjacent to Fellowship Hall. The Normal First Building Study Committee has been asked to investigate the possibilities for our building, looking ahead to the next 20 to 30 years. Though the church is much more than its building, the building committee is aware that safe, functional, attractive, and efficient buildings are significant ways of supporting our ministries. The primary focus of the building committee is the Fellowship Hall area because that's the part of the building that has had the least amount of attention since it was built. But we know that anytime there's a redesign or remodel, it will impact the entire building. Last December, we sent out a survey to hear your thoughts and ideas. We received 36 completed surveys. From the information we've received, we synthesized the data, capturing common themes and ideas. The attached questionnaire includes a summary of the survey results. We'd like additional thoughts from you. How would you prioritize the list? What is missing? What additional information would be helpful for us to be aware of? Your responses may be sent to the building committee in 3 ways. 1. Complete the online form. 2. Send an email to office@normalfirst.org. 3. Complete a paper copy available in the church office or in the narthex and return it completed to the church office. Please complete and return the questionnaire by June 25th. We will use this information to create a first draft of our priorities and vision. Thank you for your help and commitment to our church's future.